Welcome. My name is Sarah, and I am going to be your mentor during your time at the Virtual Assistant Training Camp. Here, we believe that every person who is willing to put in the work is capable of learning the skills to make them a top-notch virtual assistant. We will help you from conceptualizing your idea to finding your niche, to training you on how to utilize helpful online tools to landing your first paying customer. We are truly here for you the entire way. We offer one-to-one coaching to help you work through any issues you encounter as often as once per week, 24/7 email and text support, and weekly classes on Saturdays with assignments that will help you meet your financial, time, and educational goals. Here during week 1 of class, we will be reviewing what makes AVA special and how you can do your best in that unique role. Essentially, we follow the philosophy that every small business owner has tasks that must be completed in order for the business to be profitable and run smoothly that the business owner either dreads completing, doesn't complete, or doesn't know how to complete. That is where their VA steps in, allowing them to focus on the reasons that they started their business in the first place, the product, service, practices, or knowledge they are passionate about. So what does AVA do in a day-to-day capacity exactly? Great question. A virtual assistant's role should be clearly defined by the VA and approved by the business owner to ensure the match is a good fit. But ultimately, the services that you offer as AVA are completely at your discretion, based on your skill level, experience, and desire to complete that task. Sometimes, because we fulfill a very personal and intimate role for a business owner, it can be hard to set firm boundaries, which is why it is important to establish those boundaries before issues arise at the beginning of the relationship in the form of a written contract that spells out the expectations for both parties clearly. You can say no. In fact, there are many circumstances when the most helpful and appropriate thing you can do is say nitrogen monoxide even when that feels confrontational, unkind, or puts you in a negative light with your client. If you do not have the skills or interest to complete the job to the highest standard, it is critical that you say no upfront instead of struggling to learn the task on a basic level and producing a poor quality product. You do not have to be rude, unprofessional, or even particularly apologetic when something is outside of the services you offer. Use clear and professional language to communicate with your client and be firm in your boundaries. That very important note aside, as you are comfortable mastering more skills, taking on more for your clients, and expanding your service list, make sure you communicate that with your clients as well. The average VA needs to be flexible in their offerings, but self-aware enough to know when something is beyond their skill level. There are a few pretty standard services that you should offer as AVA, but outside of those services, which include things like social media management, content creation, customer service and email, calendar Outlook request management, the world is truly your oyster. Be as creative in fulfilling the needs of your specific industry as possible. For example, if you practice photography as a hobby, why not incorporate product photography into your offerings, or even headshots and action shots for your local clients' social media? I would recommend in the beginning, choose 3 to 5 skills to offer the highest value skills or the ones you are most proficient in, or even the ones you are most passionate about doing, and stick with those. This will serve you in a number of ways, but mostly it is very manageable from a logistical perspective. Once you are confident in those 3 to 5 offerings, learn more skills and offer more. Make sure your prices increase to reflect this increase in knowledge and proficiency. Here are a few more ideas about what AVA might offer their clients. Assistance with billing and invoicing clients. Website design and management, graphic design. Establishing a brand guide. Completing market research. Doing data entry such as utilizing a CRM or tracking expenses. Editing, reviewing and transcribing information. This is especially helpful for big projects such as creating a blog, writing a book, or anything else requiring a ghostwriter or a disher. filing documents to make the business legal or otherwise more established, business plan generation or marketing plan generation, sale maximization, video editing, creating and managing ad budgets, campaigns, and analyzing the results of those campaigns to inform future paid ad campaigns. A contact person to answer the phone, call back the business's clients and assist clients in getting the information they need. This is on top of the tasks mentioned above, including social media management across multiple platforms, content creation and content calendar creation, scheduling social media posts, responding to customer concerns and issues as well as other customer service skills, management of the business email, calendar, and booking requests. Virtual assistants can also occasionally be in charge of other employees either in a supervisory capacity or a collaborative capacity. So I know what you're thinking. What does it take to get started as a virtual assistant? The biggest expense is going to be your time. It takes time to structure things correctly and learn these programs and skills. In terms of a monthly overhead, you can expect to spend less than $100 per month on things like subscriptions, a website, etc. You will need some tools to get started, including a laptop or PC with access to the internet, a smartphone, a printer, and office supplies such as pens, paper, a desk, etc. While most people have some or all of these items at home, if you find yourself needing to purchase some of the more expensive items, I would recommend bartering, offering your services as AVA, or perhaps getting something used for a heavy discount. There is nothing about this job that says you need anything especially fancy or technically advanced to complete your tasks. You will at a minimum need a computer with internet access to take your first client. Final topic for this video. As AVA, you and you alone are in charge of setting and sticking to your pricing. My best advice is to offer packages that include a certain number of hours on a recurring basis, and offer a discount on your hourly rate the more hours they book with you over a period of time. For example, for my most minimal package of 10 hours per month, I charge an hourly rate of $25. For my most extensive package of 40 hours per week, I charge just $18 per hour. This incentives your clients to spend more money and purchase more hours, because they feel like it is a better bang for their hard-earned dollar essentially. At the end of the day though, you are the only person who knows your skills, experience, education, and what you deserve as an hourly rate. To determine what that exact number should be, I recommend working backwards. Start with a budget. Determine how much you need to make per month with this hustle, and then break that down to how much you need to earn by week, and the number of packages you'd have to sell, and the number of clients you'd have to book to meet that goal. This method will easily tell you your ideal number of clients, as well as set a sales metric for you to meet, since most assistants do this kind of work too. Ultimately have more time in their lives to pursue their other commitments. I would recommend only working the bare minimum number of hours and only accepting the minimum number of clients you need to hit that sales metric. Of course, that is a very personal decision, and you may decide you just want to work with as many clients with time in a week as your only constraint so that you can walk away with as much cash as possible. This is a decision you will have to consider. That pretty neatly sums up the position of virtual assistant. If you have any questions after watching this video, please reach out through email, schedule a one-to-one coaching session, or shoot me a text. Again, my name is Sarah, and I will be your mentor through this process.